Could you give us some examples of some of the most misunderstood rules in the game of basketball?
Well, your fans can Google misunderstood rules of basketball, and there's actually lists. Some websites will have 15 rules, some will have 25 rules, but I'll highlight a couple of them for you. One of the most misunderstood rules is backcourt. I don't know how many times during a game something will happen around the dividing line, and you'll hear fans or players or coaches holler backcourt. And mainly it's because many don't understand the rules as they pertain to backcourt. One thing that people need to understand is for there to be a backcourt violation, then the ball has to be established in the front court. And for it to be established in the front court, both feet and the basketball need to be in the front court.
Okay.
And until that happens, you cannot have a backcourt. And so what will happen a lot of times is a player will put 1 foot over the line and come back. Folks are hollering backcourt. Maybe somebody dribbles the ball on the other side of the line and comes back. They want a backcourt. Or they do the same thing and then pass to a teammate who's in the backcourt. They want a backcourt, but until both feet and the ball are established in the front court, you cannot have a backcourt. One other thing to remember about a backcourt is if I've established the ball in the front court and then I throw to a teammate who's in the backcourt, that teammate jumps up in the air, catches the ball, and lands in the front court, you've still got a backcourt violation because the rule is not where you land, it's where you left from. Same thing as if a teammate was out of bounds. If I pass to an out-of-bounds teammate, they jump up in there, catch the ball, and land inbounds. It's not where you land, it's where you took off from. So backcourt is one of the bigger ones. Another one, and I know one you can appreciate, being as tall as you are, you probably played in the post a lot.
Yes.
How many times over the back was called on you because you were taller than a player in front of you and you just reached over them and got a rebound? Actually, there's no such thing as over the back. The call is on the back.
Okay.
We don't want to penalize a player because they're taller or because they jump higher. There's actually got to be contact, and many times the player in the back will go over another player for a rebound or for a putback, and there's no contact. Now it looks really bad, especially if your team's playing on the other end and you got a coach on the other end on the bench. All he sees is one player behind another player, that player going over, and it looks bad from where they are.
Okay.
But that's where the officials are looking for that gap in between the bodies so that they don't make that call. Okay. Now from your angle, it looks like Ahmad is on George's back. Okay, now the official over here is going to be looking for something on this. He's going to be looking for this gap right here. So I'm going to ask them to stand in the same place, which hopefully an official has got the same angle. As you can see, we've got a gap here. There is no call here. There is no violation. There is no foul. Ahmad is getting a rebound in front of George. So this is what we see as officials many times. From over there, the bench down on the other end of the court, yes, it looks bad. As you can see, there's plenty of space here. There's no contact at all. It's on inbounds. If a player is standing out of bounds, fixing to bring the ball inbounds, and they're holding the ball out of bounds, and a player on defense reaches through the plane of the sideline and touches that ball while it's in that player's hands, that is a technical foul. Now, fortunately, we don't have to make that call very often, but every time I've ever made it, there's been some discussion because folks don't know the rules. You reach through the plane and you touch that ball or slap that ball while it's in that player's hands outside the line, that's a technical foul. If you reach through the plane and foul that player, that's an intentional foul. Gotcha. And if you reach through the plane, period, it could be a delay of game warning. And so you'll see referees, they'll do their hands like this, wanting the defense to stay inside the plane. Okay, we've got Ahmad on an inbounds, so he's outside the line, fixing to inbounds the ball. You've got George on defense. Now George reaches through the plane, we call this the plane, and touches that ball. All right, we've got a technical foul here. Technical foul on Team George. Now, George reaches through the plane and fouls Ahmad Now we've got an intentional foul on on George. Now Ahmad's bringing the ball in. He's passing it to me. George reaches through the plane and touches the ball when it's out of bounds. One more time. All right. What we have there is a delay of game warning on Team George, and they get one warning. The next time that happens with any member of his team, we've got a technical foul.